This is me 1 day on tea.
This is me 22 weeks on tea. Hey guys, so this will be what week, I don't know, 20, 21 and week 22 vlog because I missed one last week, sorry about that. Just really dysphoric and it was pretty tough, and I just kind of let everything get into me a wee bit, but I'm getting there, I'm getting better again. It comes and goes, swings and roundabouts, do you know what I mean, but just got to keep looking at it positive. Changes, God, there's been quite a lot of changes actually because I didn't vlog last week. A lot of changes, so the structure of, like, I don't know how to explain it really, but like around my stomach and my hips and all that, like it's starting to change shape, like the fat redistribution's starting to kind of happen a bit, and I'm starting to see my body look a bit more masculine, which is nice. Shoulders are definitely constantly broadening out, and I feel like, I don't know, it's weird, it's like growing pains sometimes. I've started to notice hair on the back of my hands now coming down from my arms on the back of my hands, so that's interesting. My wee hobbit horns. Leg hair again, just getting thicker and thicker and thicker. Facial hair's doing really well. Moustache is really coming on quite well. Underneath as well, and up here, up the sides and stuff. So that's doing quite well, and I've got quite a few long hairs, like, there you go, look, way, like that. I'm so proud of that. He's called Frank, that's Frank. He is the man. But and the same at this side. It's starting to kind of move further up my cheeks, and you can see it slightly, a wee bit more. My wee soul patch. Ignore the bad skin and the acne, and that's another change. My first few months on tea, my face get really oily. I specifically like here, like your T-zone, really oily. And in the past, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, it's get really dry, instead of being oily. But I did start using spot reducing moisturiser, so I don't know if that dried it out, like, I don't know, too much. I'm not entirely sure, but it's leaving me like my skin's just so raw and sore. It's like as if I've had the cold and been constantly blowing my nose, but like I'm not, and it's like here in my chin as well. Like, it's just, it's pretty uncomfortable. But that's been happening. Other changes, my voice. My voice has definitely dropped down another bit, and I downloaded. Excuse me, I'm still having to clear my throat quite often. I downloaded this voice app that was recommended to me on one of the trans Twitter pages that I follow, and it basically like records your voice. It gets you to read like a wee paragraph out of a random book, and you read this wee paragraph and it records your voice, and then it tells you what range you come under, whether it's female, androgynous or male, going by like the pitch and the depth of your voice. So like, what, 3 weeks ago now, I was still coming under androgynous. Like last week or something, it was just starting to fall into the male range, and then this week it's just totally in the male range, like it just right down. So that's been quite nice and quite encouraging. Still changing, still dropping, still doing whatever it's doing. I've been really tired this week. So there's definitely changes going on somewhere somehow. Because I've been a lot more tired. And that's been pretty annoying because it's not like I actually do much, but then it could be because I'm back in shielding and I'm not doing much is the reason why I'm feeling more tired. And I don't know, I would if I was probably like most people, do you know what I mean? The most tiring thing in the world is sitting doing nothing, because it's like boredom sets in and then you just get tired because you're bored and you just fall asleep, I suppose. But I've been really tired this week, but I've it's been good change wise. I had a bit of a meltdown, like, and the other day I was retaping. I'd had to take my tape off my binding tape off and give myself a couple of days break, so that made me pretty dysphoric anyway. And then a couple of days later it was time to like reapply because my skin had got to rest and stuff, and it was just like I need to sit and look at myself head on in the mirror like I'm looking at yours right now to actually get the tape right and put it across to hold everything done. And I just, in that moment, man, it was just like a red mist. Honestly, I had like severe thoughts. I like seriously want to just chop them off myself in the house with an open razor. Like that's how bad dysphoria can get you. Some days, like, you literally contemplate things like that. Like, if I just chop them off myself, then the NHS will need to do something about it, won't they? Like, I'll need to get help. So if I just do it myself, then, you know what I mean, I'll be flat-chested. And that's not the way. I am not encouraging this in any way, shape or form, by the way. Like, I am not encouraging it at all. I'm just saying that it's a reality and the thoughts are there. Like, it's a horrible thought, but like the thought is there. And again, I am not encouraging it. Under no circumstances am I encouraging self-harm in any way or self-mutilation in any way. I'm just saying the thought, it does cross people's minds regardless of whether you're a female trapped in a male body or do you know what I mean, a male trapped in a female's body. You constantly think about your own ways in which you can change your body, which isn't necessarily safe. But like binding, do you know what I mean? Binding's not safe for any of us. Pretty sure tucking can't be all that safe for. Do you know what I mean? And it's just, But I'm not encouraging it. Quick talk about bottom growth, so if you don't want to hear it, switch off. But again, that's a reality, so I'm going to talk about it. You don't want to hear it, I ain't forcing you to watch a video, just turn off. Cheerio, bye bye. But bottom growth that's definitely been a lot the last couple of weeks, like a lot, without getting into too much detail, but like, it's definitely, I know it's there now, is all I'm going to say. I mean, it's nothing like a real one, but I know it's there now and I'm a lot more aware of things than what I was when I started to. So that's always a bonus. But so I've had a lot of bottom growth, which is that brings its own discomfort and its own way, obviously, with rubbing against your boxers and stuff, because it's basically goes for being hidden to being noticeable, so it's just constantly rubbing, do you know what I mean? So that's been a bit uncomfortable. But other than that, the physical changes have been really good, and I'm really happy-ish this week with the majority of them. But I guess that's it really. I hope you enjoyed it this week. And I guess I'll see you all next week then. And again, as I always say, thank you for your comments, your support, everything, and everybody continue to stay safe and look after each other. And everybody, just keep safe, man.